Another week of protests. The question is, will Lukashenko step down?
Yes, Anne-Marie, it's another week. This is the third one now since the election happened. The election that, of course, thousands of people in Belarus, and we're seeing that pretty much every weekend, still say that was not a fair election, and they want him, Lukashenko, to go. To answer your question, he would say no, and he hasn't moved, and he is still hoping that there will be some type of intervention, hopefully coming, in his view, from Russia and Vladimir Putin. What is interesting is that Putin has said that what he's seen right now at the table, the options perhaps of a repeat election does not satisfy Russia, but there has been no hints of a military intervention. That was the biggest concern for the European Union, or in the eyes of the European Union, which again yesterday repeated that the pictures and the images that we're seeing do show that the Belarusian people want to express themselves in a democratic way in a vote that is legitimate. The EU repeating what they've been saying now for days, that the election was not transparent nor actually complied with the law. So we are seeing, again, protests. Lukashenko is not going, and when you look at the bigger geopolitics, the EU and Russia are not really making any significant moves at this point.
So, Maria, good to have you with us this morning. Where are we on the escalation of sanctions potentially from the EU?
Well, the EU already said, Manis, as you know, that there needs to be sanctions to the people that helped into this election fraud. Again, the EU believes the election was a fraud, and the people, of course, that have been carrying out a crackdown on protesters for days now, too. It's interesting that the EU foreign diplomatic chief said in an interview yesterday that for the EU to be credible, the sanctions need to come in quick, and they need to happen. They have to go hand in hand. This is not just about saying what you did was wrong, but you have to be able to show that the EU is willing to go there. What's also interesting on a different note is Emmanuel Macron also speaking over the weekend, saying that at all costs, what we need to avoid here is a scenario that looks like Ukraine, where you have two factions essentially commanding power and fighting in almost like a civil war.